Hi there, Virgo. Thank you so much for tuning into your video and for your dear patience with it. I appreciate that. We have Bandit in the background. So if you hear him snorting, he's here. So let's get started with your reading, Virgo. Okay, I was meditating on your energy before I turned on the camera, and it was rather interesting because there is this lighthearted energy for you, and it's almost as if you are experiencing a feeling that is so fresh. Okay, there's a certain freshness, a certain newness, and I was smelling mountain air. Okay, so that feeling of just a new day, a new sort of day. But at the same time, okay, there's this tremendous focus on clearing, okay, on cleansing even. And there were a number of cards here that popped out here as I was meditating and shuffling off camera. The Ten of Wands upright, the Daughter of Cups, okay, I almost said Daughter of Swords, Daughter of Cups upright, accompanying the Ten of Wands. I'm hearing closure, all right. You have then the Nine of Swords upright and the Six of Swords, okay. Two Swords cards here, almost a 10, the Nine of Swords. It's interesting, Virgo, because these cards are popping out as duplicates. So I pulled exactly 3 stacks of duplicate cards, pairs, and the third that we have here is the Three of Cups in reverse, overlaying the Justice card in reverse. Okay, Libra's card of the Major Arcana. There may be a Libra involved. You then have here the Seven of Swords upright that is kind of situated right at the top right-hand corner of your apex. Okay. There is a focus on communicating. You have the Moon that just flipped right over and landed on the stack, right? On communicating what it is that we know, fundamentally, intuitively, strongly so, intuitively. What it is that we feel, okay, yes, may isolate us in a certain way. Okay, but at the same time, I'm hearing characterizes how far we go, I'm hearing for you, and how far we've come. I'm also hearing how far we come. Okay, so take it as you will. You have the Seven of Cups in reverse in the deep past, the Mother of Wands upright in the recent past. You then have the High Priestess in reverse. In the current state, the Father of Swords in reverse, who the High Priestess is looking over at. In your advice, with the Hanged Man in reverse, to which point the Hanged Man standing straight up in its grave. This is Pisces' card. The High Priestess is also, as I usually feel it, attuned to the Pisces archetype. You may be dealing with a water sign. You do have the Daughter of Cups here, okay. Nonetheless, the Father of Swords is sandwiched, I'm hearing bombarded between this tremendous, I'm hearing, flow of frequency. You have then the Judgment card upright in your hopes and your fears. Okay, I'm hearing channeling purpose. You now have the Strength card. This is Leo's card in the Major Arcana that just tumbled out. It was almost, it's like a brick, like a heavy block, okay, that you lead out with into your future. Number of Major Arcana here in your baseline. The High Priestess, the Hanged Man, the Judgment card, and Strength. A number of characters. Okay, the Son of Wands upright in the energetic pathway that leads you into your current state of the High Priestess in reverse. The Ten of Pentacles sitting, I'm hearing, straight up in its grave, right above the Hanged Man. Okay, who is awakening in a certain way. And the Ten of Pentacles in some contexts, right, sort of speaks to the threshold between what we deem as a third-dimensional existence. Sorry about that. Hallway vacuuming, okay. Again, it's like a cleanup sort of feeling, and the Ten of Pentacles, very interesting. My sleeve just swung this Judgment card horizontally right over the Hanged Man, to which point the bird on the Judgment card is swooping into Strength, and Strength is angled upwards into the future. There's a point of reference here, a focus on ascension. Okay, and there's a certain culmination as well as it pertains to how we experience matters of career and finances. You have here as well the Three of Swords upright, accompanied by the Sun in reverse. In the energetic pathway that leads you into your final outcome of the Strength card, you are formidable, I'm hearing. The Eight of Cups upright, mirroring the Three of Swords upright, sandwiching the Sun in reverse. Okay, was it Scorpio, okay, who pulled the Strength card? It's such the energy, okay, associated with the Strength card was so very strong. Okay, I recall it. It was in their current state. And you have the Son of Wands in the energetic pathway that leads you to your current state of the High Priestess in reverse. Nonetheless, you have the Five of Swords in reverse that mirrors the Sun in reverse. Okay, that is sandwiching this Eight of Cups upright. Now, oh wow, flock of birds just flew by. And that rarely happens right in front of the window here, so take it as you will. You have here the Six of Cups upright that I'm seeing as linking the Sun and the Strength card. All right, a focus perhaps on partnerships. Now, you have the Son of Cups in reverse in your theme, overlaying the Mother of Cups in reverse. There's a lightness here, okay, with this pair, this duo, the orientation, the relationship that's now being taken on in a certain way. Be it a reconfiguration, I'm hearing, of the relationship in a certain way. I'm also hearing the terms of the relationship. There is a change, absolutely. Okay, specifically, if there are two individuals of a water element, sun sign, moon sign, rising, ascendant, or with a lot of water in their chart, or, right, this can be your very own propensities. It can be the emotional relationship, okay, conversation, dialogue that takes place, also perhaps spiritual. It may pertain differently to everyone, right? But that is the relationship and the conversation, the way that emotions are dealt with, handled. The energetics as well. I'm hearing the valve, okay, I'm hearing the value that's placed on the energetic relationship that's upheld is transported into a new context, okay? And there's change here. I'm hearing Sagittarius. I'm also hearing Capricorn, Virgo. You have the Fool here in reverse, right beneath the Wheel of Fortune, okay? Let's get to the main spread here, and we'll hop back up there. Now, you have, in order, I'm hearing, a certain, I'm hearing, forecast of events. I'm getting that you understand, and this pertains, as I'm feeling it specifically, back to here, the Mother of Cups, the Son of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, the Fool in reverse. There's a certain knowingness, okay, a sense of I'm hearing diameter. It's almost like, and I'm imagining it as a sort of bottleneck. Okay, it's like your eyes are closed and you have your hands wrapped around the bottleneck. You feel the transit point in a certain way. You feel it. You understand what you're working with. Okay, I understand that change is to move through a certain transient state. What it is that I expect to come about is not my responsibility in a certain way, perhaps for a number of you, okay? For a number of you. Take it as you will, of course, general reading, okay? But I want to focus on the thread of alliance that I hold just with my intuition, just with my vision, my feeling yet again. And there is a certain formidability here that I'm hearing that carries you, okay, that I'm hearing that carries you home, that brings you to the state of feeling so unshaken by whatever the circumstances have been, whatever the emotional and energetic tide that has carried in a certain way this story through. There is light, you realize. I'm hearing not only at the end of the tunnel, I'm hearing there is never light appearing and disappearing. The light that is in home. What I characterize, I'm hearing as my truth. What I find, the feeling in, to remind me of the place that I'm hearing is always mine. I'm also hearing is always ours. I realize is my light. Leads me where no one's gone before. Okay, so, and I'm getting that this is within the context of perhaps a certain experience or a series of experiences from the past that may be familial for a number of you. I'm getting that you have the Eight of Cups upright. That is linked to a certain, perhaps, a relationship involving duality in some kind of way. Okay, and generally, right, the relationship. I'm hearing specifically for a number of you, perhaps twin flames, okay? You have the Six of Cups here, again, linking the Sun in reverse, the Strength card upright. I'm hearing it is a test of show. And it's almost like the less that I see, the more of a reason to feel what I know, okay? And so whatever, it's almost like there have been so many instances that have characterized why, in a certain way, harmonization, I'm hearing the principle of harmonization, I'm hearing would be an unknown principle, would be an unknown frequency. But the point of conflict between my rational mind and what it is that I hold as simply a feeling, I'm hearing the force of knowing is when I'm hearing I light again. The path that I don't see, but that I am. And there's a certain vision keeping here that is, I'm hearing, your everything. That is your yellow brick road of sorts. That is, yet again, a feeling. I'm also hearing a premonition, the knowing, the feeling. I am embodying the feeling of this change, whatever it is that I know is coming. And right, you have the Sun of Wands looking into the future, the Strength card, right, moving into the future without necessarily looking in any particular direction except for forward, right? But it's almost as if the line is sort of zoned out, okay? There's a certain zen, though, a certain peacefulness with which change is moved through. And there's a point of recognition. Very interesting. The Mother of Wands was in the same exact position, was it? It was another sign that pulled the Mother of Wands in the exact position in the recent past. Perhaps it was Pisces, okay. Nonetheless, I believe it's Libra. Okay, Libra pulled the Mother of Wands in the recent past, okay. But you have a lot of Pisces energy, right? And that came through, so whatever that may mean to you, you may want to check that video out. Nonetheless, I'm hearing, I want to move forward with my eyes closed, okay? There's a desire to just feel the feeling. And this, whatever this feeling is, I'm hearing it's all consuming. I'm hearing consumption. I'm hearing heart valve. It causes you to feel, okay, layers and depths of your, I'm hearing, existence, of your fire, of your understanding of desire even, in ways that show you just how light exists in all of its variances, in the forms that it takes on, in the moments that we recognize it. Not because we see it, but because we feel it. Because we recognize ourself in it in a certain way. And because, right, in that sort of reciprocal relationship, there's a reflective, I'm hearing body of, I'm hearing knowledge, okay, that you realize is unearthed when you release expectation. Okay, just a moment. Sorry about that, Virgo. Okay, now there is a focus as well, as I'm feeling it, on vulnerability. Okay, emotional vulnerability in a certain way where we are, be it vulnerable with ourselves in a certain way, in terms of how it is that we feel about a certain situation, perhaps a certain dynamic, a culmination of events, or with another, okay, in a certain way. You realize, Virgo, that expectation defies, I'm hearing, magic of purpose. What it is that is deemed as a reason, okay, for, let's say, why something is happening, in a certain way, denies access, I'm hearing, to the portals that lead us through, in a state of momentum, the change that we seek. Ultimately, it's a sort of chrysalis effect, where, right, it's like the butterfly that has no sort of idea, right? Perhaps intuitively, right? How do we know necessarily, right? So who knows what the butterfly actually understands, okay, conceives? There's a certain surrender, vulnerability, yet again, a state of accepting whatever it is that I'm hearing is a due transformation in a certain way. Take it as you will, as you may see it, as you may feel it, or perceive it. The change, I'm hearing, travels. In the state of traveling from one form of understanding to the next is guided simply by a state of resonance. And it's that feeling of, do I resonate with this? And I'm imagining, right, it's like closing your eyes, okay? And it's like, well, I'm moving forward, I'm making motion, progress, and movement forward with my eyes closed. How I meander my way through is by way of my vibrational relationship, not necessarily my cognitive understanding, but my vibrational, almost the reverberation of how I'm feeling in relation to, perhaps for a number of you, the feelings of those around me, and or the reflection, the reflective nature of my feelings, my emotions, my authenticity, how it is that I really truly feel, right, without thinking about how I feel. Reverberating against, in a certain way, my surroundings. I'm hearing for a number of you, I'm hearing community specifically for a number of you, and the context of my progress, how it is that I transform. And it's like the butterfly doesn't see anything, right? It's totally, there's a certain darkness, right, that marks the portal period, so to speak. But the feeling, yet again, is, I'm hearing, magical. And in the moments where you're just, I just want to feel it. I just want to feel the change. I'm hearing, I'm here, I'm arrived, I'm moving. I'm moving. And I'm imagining someone who is kind of like on a train ride. Okay, almost as it's like kind of like Disneyland feeling. Okay, you're on a train ride and you don't know where you're going. Okay, you don't know where this train is taking you, perhaps, but you're just, you know, goo-goo-eyed, and you're looking out the window like, this is so cool. This is so. I'm hearing serendipitous. Okay, I'm hearing for a number of you. This is just. This is where I happen to be leading myself in a certain way. This is where I happen to be led as well. I'm hearing that. By way, though, of your feeling, you're meandering towards this new beginning by way of, yet again, your feeling, the factor of resonance. I'm hearing feelings speak every truth. There is a certain clarity here, and I was especially drawn to this clear crystal wand as well as this other clear crystal tumbler stone. Okay, and the direction leads you to what is a discovery. I'm hearing left to be unopened that enchants you. And it's this feeling of, I don't know what comes, that prompts me to just simply feel the change, for the feeling that it holds. And it's such a refreshing sort of energy for you, Virgo. It's so enlivening, enlightening, okay, as well. I'm getting that sort of feeling. And there is a certain, for a number of you, I'm getting there could perhaps be an element, a theme of translocation, of movement, of change, perhaps even vacation, okay, and it is holiday season. So, right, that may be a certain, I'm hearing placeholder, a certain context for this change, whatever it may be, but there is a certain awakening as well as I'm hearing it. Again, in terms of, as well, the remembrance of what drives us, of what we are drawing nearer and nearer towards. And the foundation of whatever it is that peaks and culminates is ultimately based in, I'm hearing, the reality of your thoughts. Not because your thoughts are reality, but because your thoughts are vibration. And the vibration that I'm hearing you speak coincides with, I'm hearing, the timing, I'm hearing for a number of you, of the trance, okay? A specific message for a number of you there. But the timing, not of time, cycles of time, but the moment and the moments that we feel so aligned with our purpose, with why we're feeling what we feel. And it's again, I'm hearing, it's like an awakening, Virgo, it's an awakening. And whatever it is that you are moving towards, I'm hearing premonition, you understand in a certain way the escape of it, so to speak, okay, that is energetic, that is perhaps even spiritual. But at the end, I'm hearing of the day, it's not the turning of time, it's not the lights that go off in the room, it's not the sun that peaks, right? You have the sun in reverse in the energetic pathway. It is the recognition that time, I'm hearing, is not a game. That time is not a property of truth, but that I exist in every moment in time as a reflection of my vibration. The vibration I'm hearing of my song, of the symphony. I'm hearing the chords of my thoughts. All right. And how I come to terms with my thoughts, right? I'm hearing is a debate. Okay, is a debate. Okay, and you are ruled by Mercury, Virgo, so that's a mercurial energy, air energy, intellectual sort of energy. There's a lot of thinking, especially if you've got a lot of air in your chart. If you've got a lot of Aquarius, a lot of I'm hearing Scorpio for a number of you. Okay, I'm also hearing Libra, and you have the Justice card here in reverse, but. And the moon, okay, which can also be a sign to or associated with Scorpio archetype. Nonetheless, if you've got a lot of Libra, Gemini, Aquarius in your chart, right, then there's that sort of very strong Mercury placement. Then there's the propensity to think and rationalize to a significant degree, okay, which we're seeing here. You have 9 of Swords, you have 6 of Swords, you have the Justice card, okay, you've got the 7 of Swords, the 5 of Swords, right? Father of Swords. There's a certain reorientation of our intellectual assets where we realize our propensity to think about something, our propensity to plan and strategize and organize creatively, dynamically even, is in a certain way holds a certain purpose. And I'm hearing it's not just aimless. We realize that we can channel these thoughts in a certain way, not because we are channeling them by way of understanding what we are, I'm hearing understanding. Okay, interesting, right? So there's a sort of multidimensional understanding and experience of feeling, yet again, I'm hearing feeling, specifically feeling our way through a certain process of manifestation as well in getting for you, okay? There is a revitalization of context, a realization, a very clear realization, Virgo, of what context, what as well vibrational, I'm hearing situational, societal, social paradigms resonate with us. Okay, no matter, it's like even if, okay, we both show up, I'm hearing, to the same supermart, okay, even if we both show up to the same, I'm hearing, skate park, okay, for a number of you, even if the context holds us both in a certain way, do I resonate? And that is your focus here. That, yet again, is, I'm hearing, is determined frequentially, is determined by way of the feeling of energy. And you're becoming very attuned to recognizing frequentially what you feel and giving it a certain value that I'm hearing is unbeknownst, is perhaps completely foreign to you in a certain way in the past, perhaps. Okay, I'm getting that there has been a certain understanding, premonition of the role perhaps that energy plays, and there's certain very strong intuitive guiding, okay, that has gone into a certain process of change, and to you, right? But in a certain way, and of course, right, general readings, so take it as you will, can be, right, taken in a number of ways, interpreted in a number of ways, but at the end of the day, I'm hearing it's judgment day. It's the judgment call of what we resonate with and what we don't, and how it is that we feel aligned with what it is that we feel. So feeling it, okay, I feel that somehow that doesn't align with me, that doesn't resonate with me, okay? No matter what, again, the context is that connects me to it in some shape or form, what is it that I am accepting, taking on as a parameter of feeling at peace with what I'm feeling? Where I accept it completely for what it is. You know what? Yeah, I don't resonate with that. I don't connect with that. And I'm hearing harnessing the power of your dream. What is it that drives you? What is it that you feel you are energized by? That you feel moves you closer to what feels like home? Again, just focus on home. What feels like home? Being the marker of transcendence. The blurring of lines between the dimensions, the many dimensions that we exist in, be it the third dimension, be it the fourth dimension, the fifth dimension, whatever it may be, okay? Not even putting a name to it or a face to it. But as a concept, as a principle, the multidimensionality of our transitory experience here on planet Earth. I'm hearing, and through and through and through and through. I'm hearing is spoken of in layman terms, okay? So whatever that may mean to a number of you, okay, take it as you will. That seems like a specific message, okay, for a number of you. So as I'm feeling it, take it as you will again. But is held as a thread of consciousness. What it is that I realize separates me, both separates me and conjoins me in a certain way to every way of, I'm hearing, behaving, of believing, of being me. I'm hearing, I take it all. I take it all with me. I'm hearing in this line, this train, okay, so there's a focus on I'm hearing transcendence for a number of you, transit, okay, transformation, the recognition that we are moving, okay, I'm hearing we're going places, and I was hearing that as I was meditating on your energy before I turned on the camera as well. There's this feeling of a higher sort of understanding, okay, of the form that we take on and the forms that we take on that are a byproduct of our frequential understanding. I'm hearing again layman terms, okay, so whatever that may mean to you. Of a recognition of the vibration that we surface as. And I'm hearing from a number of you as well that we resurface as. Okay, so it's almost this sort of shape-shifting Virgo, okay, shape-shifting sort of energy. And it's happening as I'm feeling it on an energetic, I'm hearing value, okay? And the focus, I'm hearing premonition, the focus is not on what materializes, I'm hearing gold, what materializes from this past that we realize is, if anything, a carriage into the future in a certain way, as we may see it, as we may feel it. But on what it's not because it's not something, okay, that we expect or that we didn't expect, but that it holds value as vibration. Yet again, the focus being on vibration. It's almost like in culminating whatever this experience is, and I'm focusing here on this Ten of Pentacles upright, right over this Ten of Wands, right in front of the Son of Wands, who seems to be looking straight past the Ten of Pentacles, as if it's not a hindrance, a block, as if it's not a sort of physical, I'm hearing corridor, okay, as if it's not, and for a number of you this may be monetary, okay, as if the third dimension doesn't phase what is felt and seen, okay, so bypassing a certain sort of reflection, okay, as you, yet again, as you culminate, okay, as whatever it is that culminates, you, I'm getting, Virgo, are carried, not in your understanding of what it is that has culminated, but in, yet again, the release of what you've expected in a certain way to culminate from whatever that situation was, that leads you then. And then I'm imagining it almost as if it's like a slide, okay? It's like a slide that slides you into a new sort of chapter, okay? But not even in a parallel sort of sense, okay? I'm seeing it as a sort of like, okay, you know, the mountain would normally climb upwards, but in this next chapter, right, mountains are not mountains that I'm hearing zigzag, but they are loops, right? It's like there's a certain paradigm shift, okay, Virgo, that in order to move, okay, from one stage to the next, there's in a certain way, as you may be seeing it, perceiving it, feeling it, there is a certain cleansing, I'm also hearing, of the habit patterns, of how we have regarded transformation and culmination in the past, okay? I'm hearing that are under review as well, okay? And we're moving into this culmination, yet again, with our eyes closed in a certain way, but with the feeling of accepting, I'm hearing transcendence again for a number of you, transformation, transit, and transition as the light. Seeing what we see as not a physical marker that constitutes movement and change, but as, yet again, the feeling, okay? And it's so exciting, Virgo, whatever it is that you're feeling, whatever it is that you, yet again, it's like, okay, it's mysterious, but I'm moving towards it, and I know that I'm being guided towards it. You realize just how important it is to feel excited, to feel, and not just excited as a lollipop excited, but as an excitedness that is determined not and based not on, yet again, expectation, right? Like a lollipop, delicious, right? It's like, I don't know what a lollipop is. I don't know what, in a way, look at the Son of Wands, right? It's like a lollipop, kind of, depending on how you see it. But I'm excited because I don't know, I don't explain, I don't ascertain why, and I don't try. That is what, in a certain way, reminds me that what I'm moving towards is real, is me. There is no need to explain what I feel. I'm hearing in layman's terms, okay, again, coming through for you. No need to explain what I feel is a certain foundation for me that is unfelt. And it's like this Ten of Pentacles is somewhat like your platform, right? It's like the Son of Wands is looking over at the Ten of Pentacles. This is happening in your energetic pathway. Son of Wands in your energetic pathway. Ten of Pentacles in your environment. This is all happening in an energetic, sort of subtle, so to speak, but I'm getting the feeling is very strong. If anything, it's more present. I'm hearing it's more omnipotent than the physical profession of a certain feeling or transformation, okay? It's as if, right, the Son of Wands is looking over at the Ten of Pentacles like, this is what grounds me. The fact that, in a certain way, the understanding, I'm also hearing esoterically, that to lift off, in a certain way, to ascend, means to release our bearings. I'm hearing our footing in the third dimension. And the world that has accompanied in a certain way, also by way of our thoughts, the thoughts that have accompanied the recognition of the passage of time that's reached this point of transformation, that's guiding us towards this point of transformation, are what are conclusive. Yet again, not so much the actual transformation, okay, of the third dimension in a certain way, but the thoughts that and the perceptions that we've held of our transformation in reaching this point, okay, and it's a transmutational quality here too. The energies here for you, Virgo. Lovely, lovely reading for you during the mid-December period. Have a beautiful holiday season for those of you who do celebrate, and I'll be back soon with your January 2018 reading, early January 2018 reading, approximately spanning the 1st to the 15th. Okay, stay tuned for that. I oftentimes update the Twitter handle Alchemy in You with updates on when the videos are posted and so on and so forth. So feel free to follow the Twitter handle, and or you can check the updates tab on the website alchemyu.com, and I'll also tend to update everything there too. Right. So thank you so much again for tuning in and for your patience with this reading, Virgo. I appreciate that and all your support. Love and light to you on this journey forward, and I also highly recommend you guys to check out your rising, ascendant, or moon sign, as well as oftentimes those may provide you with further insights into your situation. For example, I know that I resonate a lot with my moon sign, even more than my sun, sometimes here and there. Also, I resonate here and there with my rising, ascendant sign. Okay, your north node, I'm beckoning to mention this for you, may also play a role in terms of matters of I'm hearing specifically relationships for a number of you, so take it as you will, okay? But in terms of life path and career, okay? I'm back going to mention this. If you feel that a certain relationship holds a certain, I'm hearing force, bearing, as it pertains to matters of a direction that you feel you're being guided in a certain way, I'm hearing life force, energetic force, I'm hearing chronic, okay, energy. If you feel that a certain partnership or collaboration may be related to a certain endeavor, a certain direction that, and I'm hearing life path as well, a direction that you feel you are to take on in a certain way, that you feel you're being guided to take on them, you may want to check your north node out, okay? You can compute your signs via the link below in the description box that I provide, and that will compute them for you. Just note though that you do need your quasi-exact birth time to calculate definitely your rising ascendant sign, as that can change with a few minutes here and there. But you could get perhaps your moon sign without an exact birth time if the moon was not changing signs on the day that you were born. Alright, so play around with it, see what you get, and thank you so much again for your patience with this reading. Love and light to you all, and I'll see you soon. Bye.